making Everglades chicken in the Instapot. Everglades, I just call it Everglades chicken because it has Everglades seasoning in it, which I love. I put it on hard-boiled eggs, I put it on everything. But anyway, so I mixed a couple of recipes together and came up with Everglades chicken. It has chicken, potatoes, and green beans. So the first thing I did is I cubed up chicken, about half inch cubes. I put a tablespoon of coconut oil in the pot, and then I put my chicken in. And the first thing for cooking we have to do is we have to saute it. So on the lower left corner of the panel of the Instapot, it says saute. So you click on saute. When you first plug it in, it shows off. Hit saute and it should say on here shortly. Hopefully. Please? Yes. Alright, so it says on. That means the heat it's making heat now. So I just got to stir it, and it'll slowly turn the chicken white. So we've been sauteing about 2 minutes, give or take. Chicken's turning white, which is great. It's cooking. I don't know if you can see in there or not. It's sizzling and cooking, and it's pretty happy, I guess. So we have happy chicken. Like that the guy with the fro that used to do the paintings. We have happy chicken. So the chicken is sauteing. Once the chicken looks like it's somewhat halfway cooked, we will put the rest of the ingredients in here, which will include the pepper, the salt, the butter. The main thing is the broth. The chicken broth has to go in before we put the potatoes in because it needs to get everything wet. So I'm guessing this looks happy now. So, all right, so the chicken's cool. So we're gonna put the broth in. Whoa! In the pot, not on the counter. So we put the broth in. And just stir it around so it looks wet. I don't know, I'm not a cook. So next we can put in our potatoes. Whoa. It's not cooperating. I think the van's on a little bit of a tilt. So we're putting the potatoes in. I have, in here I have 3 breasts, sort of. 3 breasts, boneless. And then I went with 5 because there's 3 of us. I cubed the breasts, and now I'm going with 5 little itty bitty potatoes for each of us. So there's 15 potatoes here, if you're going to be exact, or not exact. So we're getting the potatoes in the pot. Potatoes are in the pot. And again, the idea is that stuff is wet. I guess. It's all kind of guess. All right, so the green beans are going to go in last. We need the butter in. Butter doesn't all want to go in, but it has to. All right. So the butter's gone in. Salt and pepper. I don't know. It's on the instructions as a certain amount. But you just need some. Bring out a little of the flavor. I don't think it's really important. I don't even think you really need it. But I'll just do a little bit here, a little bit there. Alright, so this, I didn't use these for the salt and pepper, but I will use them for the Everglades seasoning. This is Everglades Heat. There's a couple other ones. The Heat does have a little bit of a bite to it, so I don't want to use too much. So I'm just going with 3 level teaspoons, little ones. So we got 3 of little spoons in there. And now, magic. Now we put the top on. So you got to make sure that the little steamer release thing is in the non-release position. You put the top on. It makes pretty music. And then I think we do 3 minutes. Here's my gouge that I typed up. 3 minutes. So this was a little odd trying to figure out the Instapot, because a lot of the recipes say manual. The new Instapots don't say manual, they say pressure cook. So if you press pressure cook, and then you get to, oh, first you have, because it was sauteing, I forgot, you have to hit cancel or it's not going to listen to you. So now it goes back to off after cancel, then you hit pressure cook, and it says 5, we only want 3 minutes. So you set it to 3 minutes. And now what'll happen is I think it changes to hot as it starts to build pressure. And then once the pressure builds, yep, it's beeping now, so it says on. So it's going to build pressure. As the pressure builds, just before it's at pressure, there's a little button back here that pops up. I think it's aluminum. It's a metal colored button next to the steam release. That'll pop up, and right after that pops up, this will go to on or hot or something, and it'll start counting down. It'll show the 3 minutes that we programmed into it, and it'll slowly count down, and then it beeps a lot when it's done. Ta-da! So what's happened so far is the little button had popped up. It heats for a while, a few minutes, and once it gets to a certain temperature, it builds up pressure, and the little button in the back pops up to seal it. Then once that happens, it takes another minute or so, 2, 3, to build up the pressure. Once the pressure starts, it beeps again and it starts the countdown. So right now it's counting down. So we have the 3-minute window has passed, and the cooking under pressure has begun. So I moved it, we're still in the 3-minute countdown, but I moved the pot because it was sitting on top of our stove, and I'm gonna do a quick release on the pressure, and I didn't want it gumming up this stuff here, so I moved it up over the sink. So now it's beeped. All right, so the countdown's done. It automatically switches, I think, to warm after that. So it has pressure, the little button's up. So now the pressure release here, I'm gonna start slowly releasing pressure. I say slowly, I'm doing a quick release, but I start off slowly because sometimes it spatters and the stuff inside is hot. Okay, so I twisted it a little bit, kind of doing its own thing. We're gonna let it release the pressure. Once it gets down, the noise will lessen and that little button will drop down, and then it's safe to open. Okay, so it is hot. We have the air conditioner off right now so that you can hear me. So it's already kind of warm in here. And with the pressure release, it's getting a little hot. Just in the van. We're almost there. Okay, so that was a quick release. The reason it's quick release is because we forced it. When you cook some other times, it wants you to do just a natural release, which is just kind of let the pot sit and cool off slowly, and it slowly releases pressure. But we're doing it quick. The button's about to drop. Hopefully, button dropped. We can now take the top off. So here is our, you want to take a peek in there? This is our Everglades chicken. So we have the beans on top so that they don't get too mushy, and we have the potatoes. So let's see if I don't have the right spoon here, but you can see the chicken. I squished a potato, but this is basically what it looks like. It'll look better once I get it all out, but you have your chicken, your string beans, or beans, they're not, I guess they're string beans. and there's Everglades seasoning on everything. So I'll stir it up a little bit. I'll make 3 plates and we're going to have dinner.